On our adventures through Let's Play SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, we walked out in order to see how wonderful the life looked, and then we went through all these levels, went through the Sandy's, robot thing, went through all of these levels, surpassed Patrick's robot right over here. We went through all 3 of these levels, and now we are going to be going into the Chum Bucket. Well, hey my fellow video gamers and Let's Players, I'm JuddlePlays, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. I'm going to be starting this episode by first finally getting this 50 shiny object that is not really all that hard to get. And anyways, in the last episode, we finished off the Flying Dutchman's Graveyard, which turns out we didn't have much left to do, and we cashed in all the shiny objects we needed, and we also cast in all of the socks that we needed. And also I found that kind of funny that the cruise bubble went through the stone tiki, but somehow it hit plankton. I do not know. So, let's go into the Chum Bucket. Now, as you remember, we're going to be going up here, but that one thing's going to be coming up, which we are just going to be exiting out of, because since I have already showed that to you, there is no reason for me to show it to you again. So, we have one last thing to do in this game, and that is to go into the kitchen, which you need 75 golden spatulas to go into, so, Plankton's Lab. Let's see if we can see something in here. No, we can't.
Look at that guy. That big square head and those short shorts? That's the most hideous thing I've ever seen!
Wait, that hideous thing looks like me!
I always knew SpongeBob would be the death of me!
Jump in, jelly beans! A robot SpongeBob!
There's definitely something funny going on here. And I don't mean you. Something else funny. Oh! Plankton! You're behind all this, aren't you?
Yes, it was me all the time! Behold, the Duplicatotron. I registered the name, so don't even think of ripping me off. With this, I can make a robot copy of anyone. I was going to make an army of loyal robots that would obey my every command.
But they're running amok!
I forgot to set the switch to obey Plankton. Ugh. But now that Daddy's home, I can fix that! What's wrong now? It should be working! It is working! They're obeying me! I knew I shouldn't have made a copy of myself, but I'm just so cute. You've interfered with my plans for the last time. SpongeBob meet SpongeBob!
Hi, how do you do? Allow me to introduce my friends, Patrick, Sandy.
Enough! Prepare to meet your doom!
Now, you really got to be ready for this fight, because automatically what's going to happen is he is going to try to karate chop you, and basically what you have to do in this fight is you have to destroy all of his green areas that you see on his body, which a lot of them you need to use the cruise bubble in order to get. But then after that, you'll see that this robot Plankton will try hitting you with these, I think I used to call it scone things, but then after that you have to use the cruise bubble in order to hit Plankton like that, and I am really happy I was able to hit Plankton like that. SpongeBob will then go to a karate chop move, which is pretty easy to dodge. Later on, he will actually get a little more complicated with that karate move, but there is something you might want to know. You see that we have gotten 3 hits on him, and he hasn't gone to a different oh god, okay, watch out, sometimes he does that, but you see that we've gotten 3 hits on him, but we don't go to another character. That's because this whole final boss is actually fought with SpongeBob. It is not fought with Patrick or Sandy, it is only SpongeBob. I guess it's to show that SpongeBob, he's the one who, I guess, thought he caused the mess, and I guess for some reason he feels responsible for Plankton doing this, I don't know. Anyways, we need SpongeBob to do this whole fight. We do not use any of the other characters. Now, I really think it would have been cool if we were actually able to use all 3 characters on this boss fight, but it kind of still goes to show, but in difficulty-wise, I would have to say this final boss is definitely a lot more difficult than any of the other bosses in this game, because, well, it's actually decently difficult. Now, am I going to die to him like I did Prawn? Probably not, unless I accidentally, fall off the side, which I actually found out from a glitch video, that it is possible to actually fall off the side. And also, this guy is really annoying. Personally, the hardest part of this fight is Robot Plankton, because it's really hard to freaking hit him with the Cruise Bubble. And I'll tell you right now, as you see with all these failed attempts I am having, I cannot hit him for the life of me, because he just keeps moving, and thank you. I really just wanted to get that done with, so I can go on to this part here, where SpongeBob does his karate, or as I call it, Ra, then Kante, because that's kind of how he does it. Now, it's always weird doing this, because like I already said, if you don't time it correctly, what's going to happen is he's just going to move to the next one, so you kind of have to wait a little bit, but yeah. After you get to this phase, he just basically does a Flying Dutchman and does each thing more than once, but the one sideways karate chop he always does one time. He never does that more. Like these karate chops you'll see, he keeps adding more karate chops to it, except I don't think he did that time. I think he actually didn't, but I believe we have this hit right here, and then we have one more hit before we get on to the final time on this fight that we have to actually hit Plankton. Thank you. But don't worry, there are other times we have to hit Plankton. This isn't the half of it. Oh my goodness. Okay. If you accidentally fall off, you have to restart the whole cycle. And Plankton's getting a little crazy. Oh my god. This is being really stupid here. Let's try not to fall off this time, because I personally think falling off of these platforms has more of a consequence than actually getting hit, because at least if you get hit, it doesn't restart the cycle, so you don't have to, like, worry about anything. But if you fall off, it restarts the whole cycle, which makes it just really long and tedious. But after getting this one, for some reason he stops with only one left. I don't know. And now, you might be wondering... Well, actually, no, you're probably not wondering that. I will just mention it when we actually get to it, but let's see if we can actually hit Plankton here. We actually did, but... As you see, we only have one left on SpongeBob, and that is his nose. The reason I leave his nose is because, you know what? I like to hit something that looks kind of vulnerable, and his nose one, as you see with it when it's flopping like that, it definitely looks like the most vulnerable one that we can hit. Now, do we have another karate? No, we do not. Thank you. Let's just go back and forth like this, because I just really did want to get the karate chops done with. And, okay, that's it. Now, let's hit SpongeBob in the nose.
My beautiful bride. We were supposed to get married next week.
Did he say married?
I'll repair you, baby.
Oh, I'm shrinking!
No, Patrick. I think the robot is getting bigger!
SpongeBob, he just flew into your head!
Well, then I'm going to follow him into my head. I mean, into my robot version's head, which is like my head, but bigger and more metallic.
Will you go already?
Here I come, Robot Plankton!
This is just getting too weird for me.
Now this part, this phase of the fight, is what gives a lot of people trouble. I mean, it is hard, I will say that. And I do find this decently harder than the actual final boss of this game, because if you didn't guess already, they weren't just going to end the game with you defeating SpongeBob like that, because, like, the fight wasn't that climactic. So they make it so we do this cool little gauntlet of enemies in order to actually end off this fight, and I think I probably could have hit him there, but I guess I did not hit him, and these scones are getting way too close to me to actually hit. I don't know why I'm going to keep calling them scones, but I guess I will, and oh, I didn't think I was going to hit him there, but okay, that is good. Now, I should mention something about this. The reason why this can actually be decently hard is because there is no way to heal yourself, and there are no checkpoints. So if you die, you're out of luck. You're just dead if you die. And oh crap, I want to actually hit this robot here. Oh, that is the wrong way to hit the robot. Okay. Now, let's wait for him to go away so we can actually try to hit the Duplicatotron so we do not have to worry about any more robots actually generating by us, and we can only worry about the good old Chuck over here that is trying to throw missiles at us, and that is how we do it. This is how we do it. I don't even know what that song is called. And I didn't even know, okay, how I got hit. Even though that's like the same thing that's been happening earlier. So I don't know how that happened. Oh, yeah, that was a little off, yeah. You might see me getting a little annoyed with this because it's just, oh my god. Okay, now I'm getting really annoyed because that happened. Jeez, okay. I'm doing really bad at this. I am really doing bad at this. I didn't plan on getting annoyed, but I guess I have to do this a little bit differently and do a little less jumping so I don't accidentally hit myself. I think that will actually suffice more, and There we go. Finally. I don't even know how many tries that took, but that took way too many tries for it to be, like, worth, like, I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. I don't even know what to talk about now, but that just took way too many tries, and that is why I find this part annoying, because I will actually get annoyed on this, rather than, like, other things I said I was going to get annoyed on, but I never did get annoyed. Now, for this area here, I find it a lot easier just to use the Cruise Bubble on this, even though you are technically supposed to actually use the Bubble Bowl. I just use the Cruise Bubble because it is technically the easier way in my opinion. Now, the Plankton Bot again. This is, like I said, why I don't like this, because the Plankton Bot gets really annoying at times, but luckily, I actually hit him the one try. I was a little scared that I was accidentally mentioning it a little before I hit him, but it seemed like I was going to hit him, so that was good. Luckily, that happened. Now, you might be seeing that there's actually kind of a pattern here of how we're actually getting rid of all these peanut-shaped things. For each one, we do a different thing, which is a cool concept, but I hate this here. Let's get rid of the Chuck here so we don't have to worry about this guy. There we go, now get out of here. I do not like that. I do not like how that goes. You kind of have to be really fast here so the one Duplicatotron does not, like, duplicate the thing or whatever. So it's kind of hard not to get hit on that, as you saw there. You kind of have to take a little bit of a risk there, but now it's really bad because now you really have to be careful on these parts, because you have to be really careful when it comes to hitting Plankton, and you get really lucky again with actually hitting him. Something I don't like is I really don't like having to hit the, like, jump from one thing to another. That one, you wouldn't think it would need the Bubble Bowl, but I guess the Bubble Bowl defies electricity, so you can just use your Bubble Bowl on that? I don't know, but now we're done with the robot part. We're on to the hard part now, where it's a little hard to actually dodge these things, and where my nose keeps hitting the pop filter. Don't know why it keeps hitting the pop filter, but it kinda does. Now, got rid of that, and now, right when you get rid of the Plankton Bot, what you want to do is you want to aim in here, and destroy this, and then go to the next one. And make sure the Plankton doesn't get in your way. Because if the Plankton gets in your way, what will happen is he might affect your trajectory, and you will go off somewhere, and will be forced to die, causing you to have to restart this. And that is never nice. So, of course, as you can guess, I am really anxious for this part, because I do not want to have to die, and then redo all of this, because like I said, no checkpoints, no way of healing, and it gets really annoying. But this is the second of the 3 ones we have to do here. It's always cool. I really like this part here of how you actually, like, use the Cruise Bubble to do this, but luckily I was able to do that, and as long as I can make this jump, there we go. Now I am done with all of my, like, oh my god, what's gonna happen here, because it's just gonna scare the crap out of me. Now we can just deal with this Plankton Bot, try to hit the Plankton Bot over here, which we did not, okay. I'm fine with that. As long as we can eventually hit the Plankton Bot, I am perfectly fine with that. And as long as I don't die, but I do not want to mention that because that would be really bad if I did actually die. But now that we have hit the Plankton Bot, and as the one fish is saying, it is the coup de grace, let's hit this and end the fight.
What'd he do?
What? Oh, yeah. All my plans ruined! That does it. I'm becoming a lawyer. You haven't defeated me yet. I still have lots of robots all over Bikini Bottom. I'll summon them all, and then we'll see. Uh-oh. I'll destroy you. You'll destroy me. I'll destroy you. I'll destroy you twice as hard. Oh yeah? I'll destroy you plus one. Well, I'll destroy you plus infinity. Shut up, you stupid robot. Who are you calling stupid? I went to community college, you oversized coffee grinder. Oh yeah? I'll show you. Come here and fight like a mono.
Well, Plankton, I hope you learned your lesson.
Oh, I certainly did. Next time I'll get it right.
Ouch! We won! Who wants to get ice cream?
I do.
Need I remind you all that there are still robots out there making a mess of Bikini Bottom?
Sandy is right.
Well, I thought she was a squirrel.
I'm being punished. I don't know for what, but I'm being punished.
There's still work to be done out there. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy wouldn't stop, and neither will I. We can't rest until Bikini Bottom is safe.
The best way to end a great game.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain!
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Hypnotical nonsense be something you wish.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
And drop on the deck and flop like a fish.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Ready? SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants!
Yeah, that's your reward for getting 100% in this game. Don't think that this weird SpongeBob arena is your reward for getting 100%, no. This is actually the reward you get for beating the game, so yeah. Well, sorry for that burp there. Well, why am I saying sorry? I've burped way too many times in this project, and that did not stop me from doing anything, but this is the good old SpongeBob arena, and these are the credits, because this is what you get if you beat the game without getting all 100 golden spatulas and everything. Well, what I mean by everything is 100 golden spatulas, but the one true ending with that weird comedic opening for SpongeBob, well, with the SpongeBob theme song, is actually the true 100% ending of this game. It's cool, I guess, but it's not really anything I would, like, further enjoy. I mean, I think another reward would be greater. I heard that there's actually a reward where, like, it changes the sound effects, but when I did that, I thought that it didn't change the sound effects, so I'm not exactly sure about that one. I'm kind of gonna have to check with that eventually, but god dang with these burps. If you want to know how long I'm going to be doing this arena, I'm going to at least let the credits run through once, because I think you should be able to see the people who did all this stuff in that Mary Jo person, who did voice the person that, well, basically looked like she was, cracked out or whatever for the whole game, because she looked crazy and her eyes would go crazy, and especially if you're looking at her on a TV that, like, I guess that goes with this frame rate and not, like, the 30 frames per second, because I'm not exactly sure if this game is 60 FPS, but I know that I'm probably not able to record it in anything higher, well, in, like, 60 frames per second, because of how this game is actually because it only goes in 480i, and I don't think that would allow me to record in 60 frames per second, or at least allow to edit it in 60 frames per second, and it's still looking like 60 frames per second once I get it into the editing system. That is what I'm basically trying to say. I'm also trying to look for separate little ideas that I can go through. Not really ideas, but little areas I can go to. And what is this? VP? Okay, I guess this is just the Nickelodeon things, like, from the Nickelodeon studios and not from, like, THQ or something. I guess that's what it would be. And, ooh, we actually got up here. Now, if we can actually stay, we can continue going through here, which is, I guess, like a half pipe, which is decently cool. It's just kind of bad that they're all, like, one shiny objects, and not like a whole bunch of shiny objects, if you get what I mean. And I guess the credits have gone through at least once by the looks of it, but I am still going to be going around and getting a whole bunch of shiny objects, which now I kind of realize the credits aren't all that long. I mean, at least this credit sequence is better than the movie game, because in the movie game, you could just skip the credits altogether. I mean, technically you could skip these credits, but in the movie game, it was like there was nothing to do. It was just like, oh yeah, look at these credits that you can actually do here. Or like, look at these credits here, but you can't do anything, and the only thing you can do is watch them, and you can skip them at any time. Now, I'm trying to get up here, because I think there is a way that we are able to get up here. If we, like, go through here and try to jump there, I don't know. Maybe it's the other way. It turns out that it is the other way. Turns out like it, I guess, because now, this way, we can jump through here, and go on like that and bounce. But, it seems like there's a little area up here. If you want to know, those little arrows, I guess, mean I guess it means that it is going to speed you up, because what else would it do? And wait, did I not get these? I guess I didn't get those. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but I wonder if there's like any other real thing I can do here. I mean, I could go back up there, but there's not much, but oh, that's what that is. I don't know how anyone would be able to do this, but I will try. Now, if I can actually get up here, I can go up there. And now that I saw there, that was the THQ Inc. stuff, but the way I think you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to, like, bounce your way up there, which then you can get into there, which I do not know. I will try one more time, and then I'll probably exit this area, because there's not much more reason to actually be watching these credits, because, well, they're already done, and there's not much more to this actual SpongeBall arena if I can actually get into said SpongeBall area here now. It's just very weird how this works, and no, let's exit. I believe you can go back to the start and go back to the beginning, but I am not sure, but I have to say that that is about it for this episode of Let's Play SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, with 100 golden spatulas. And also, as you see here, once you beat the game, you are able to go back to the SpongeBall arena at any time you want, because this is randomly here. I don't know why. So, in the next episode, which is actually the bonus episode of Let's Play SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, we are going to be going into the police station, checking that out, and paying the 40,000 shiny objects in order to go into the theater, and look to see what the theater offers. So, this has been JuddlePlay saying see you later, and goodbye.